Tiger Cub families. I'm really excited you guys chose to do this video today as part of our Champions Challenge. Don't forget that at the bottom of our paper that we've had on the kiosk to make sure that you sign in the video challenge for the day of the week that it is during our closure. All right, Tiger Cubs, what we're gonna do first is we're gonna start out with some frog jumps. So you're gonna go all the way down and touch the ground, and then you're gonna jump all the way up, and that's gonna be 1 frog jump, 2 frog jumps. Parents, let's help our Tiger Cubs count all the way to 10. Go ahead and pause the video while you're doing that. Nice frog jumps, Tiger Cubs. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna do a little bit of stance practice. This is gonna help you in earning your red stripe. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into our front stance. In a front stance, the front knee is the one that's gonna bend. How do I know it's my front knee? Well, I check. The one that's gonna be in front of me, the one that's closest to my instructor or the farthest in front of me, that's gonna be my front knee. So if I look down, this one's gonna be my front knee, Tiger Cubs. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna take 3 steps forward. Go ahead and do it with me. And bend your front knee so you can't see your toes anymore. Put your guard up, show me your game face. Nice, looking good. Go ahead and go back. We're gonna practice the other side. 3 baby steps, 1, 2, 3. Bend your front knee, guard up, looking good, nice. Do my back toes go sideways or forwards? Yep, they're gonna go forwards. Front knee is still bent, looking good. I wanna go back. Parents, let's go ahead and do a stance contest with your Tiger Cub right now. You're gonna check for their back toes being forward, their front knee being bent, and their guard is gonna be up. That's how you know that they're gonna be in a great front stance. Once they hold it for 3 seconds, you can inspect their front stance, and then they're gonna reset. They're gonna do the other side, inspect, inspect. Let's go ahead and do 3 front stance inspections on each side. So you can alternate those back and forth. Pause the video, come on back when you're finished. Awesome work on those stances, Tiger Cubs. Those are great front stances. We're gonna move in and we're gonna be doing 10 more of our frog jumps. When we get our heart rates going all the way down, all the way up. Parents, let's help count to 10. Go ahead and get started on that. Pause the video, come on back when you're finished. Good job. One thing that's super challenging for our Tiger Cubs is balance. We're gonna do some balance practice right now, and then we're gonna practice some crescent kicks. We're gonna do some balance and kicking practice. We got 2 things that we're working really hard on. In order to balance, we're gonna go guard up, head up, knee up. That's how we balance. If you have one of those Cub targets at home and your child is looking like a superstar at balancing, you can go ahead and tap them and test them and see if you can knock them over. Once they do 15 seconds on one side, go ahead and switch sides. We'll do 15 seconds on the other side. After you finish that, come on back to the video. Awesome work. Balance and crescent kicks is how you get a blue stripe this cycle. So if you know how to balance, then you are 1 step closer to doing a crescent kick. Now, a crescent kick has 2 of the 3 steps of doing a balance. You're gonna go guard up, head up, but instead of foot up, you're gonna take one leg, you're gonna cross it over to the other side. Now, the leg that crosses in front is the leg that's gonna do the crescent kick. I'm not gonna do a small circle. I'm gonna do a nice big happy circle. Parents, if you have one of our Cub targets at home, go ahead and hold these. You're gonna point it at your Cub so then they can hit the side of the target there. In order to help them out, sometimes we want to do some inside crescent kicks here. Make sure that you point to the side of the target that they're gonna hit. So if they're doing a right leg crescent kick and they're doing it over to their left side, make sure they're hitting the left side of the target as they're going back to the other side for that crescent kick. Let's do 5 crescent kicks on each side. Pause the video, come on back when you're finished. Tiger Cubs, you guys are rock stars. The next thing we're gonna do is something that builds some abdominal and some core strength for our Tiger Cubs. We're gonna do some bear crawls. One thing our Tiger Cubs struggle with is push-ups. This is gonna help build those muscles to down the road be able to do some push-ups. Remember, a bear crawl is on your hands and your feet. If you have a space of either carpet or grass, I would recommend doing that on this. If they do a space that's about 20 feet and then 20 feet back, that would be a good distance for them to be able to bear crawl. Parents, I'll let you guys use your judgment on how far your child can go on this. Make sure they're on their hands and their feet, and they're just gonna go bear crawl down one way, and then they'll turn around and they can bear crawl back. Go ahead and pause the video and come on back when you're finished. Nice job on those bear crawls. I want to do a little bit of life skill review practice. Parents, reminder that each tiger cub has a different life skill based on what belt color they are. Your tiger cub probably knows what their life skill is, and so if you ask them, some of them might have forgotten, so I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a reminder here. If you remember, you don't have to stick around for this part. You can pause the video, go ahead and get started. Ask your child what their life skill is. Review that a couple times. If you need a reminder on some of those life skills, white belt, you guys need to know how to focus. And so ask your tiger cub, what are the 3 things you need to do to focus? And they should respond, focus my eyes, focus my mind, focus my body, sir or ma'am. They can call you sir or ma'am. If your tiger cub is a yellow belt, we're gonna move on to obey. And so when you ask them, how do you obey? It's mom's way, dad's way, teacher's way, right away. Green belt is going to be, how do you learn? When I look at you, I learn twice as much. That's how they learn. Blue belt, they need to know how to share. So when you ask your tiger cubs, how do you share? It's your turn, my turn, take turns. We always say your turn first because it's polite. Brown belts need to know how to have patience. And so when you ask, how do you have patience? Or what is patience? Patience is waiting, listening, and understanding. That's one of our tougher ones. So if you sit down and talk with your tiger cub about that one, that would be a good thing to do. Red belts need to know how to have the right attitude. They need to know that I think I can, I know I can, I will do it. That's how you have the right attitude. Tiger cub black belts need to know how to have courage. When you ask your tiger cub if they have courage or how to have courage, they say, I am strong, I am brave, and I have courage. That's a review of our life skills for those tiger cubs. Go ahead and pause the video and get started on those. Come on back when you're finished. Awesome work. So we're going to get moving on to knife hands. Knife hands is going to be part of what they need for their red stripe on their belt. And we're coming up on red stripe week when we come back. So this will be get your tiger cubs ahead on some of those red stripe drills. So a knife hand is going to be your hand is going to be flat. Thumb is just kind of tucked to the side there, and a knife hand is going to be a technique that travels to the side. It is going to chamber like a low block, the low blocks that we've been practicing for our green stripes. It's going to chamber just like a low block, but it's just going to go off to the side. The knife hand is a strike, so if you have one of these cub targets at home, once again, you're going to point similar to the crescent kick, the target at your tiger cub about shoulder level, and so they can strike there. Well, what we tell them while they're doing these knife hands is they're gonna do a big hug, look, slice. Don't let your tiger cub do any knife hands, do any strikes without looking at their knife hand first. Big hug, look, slice. If you're wondering what they're gonna do with that other hand, it's gonna go on their belt when they're finished. Big hug, look, slice, hand goes on belt right there. Let's go ahead and practice that. We're gonna do 5 knife hands on each side. Pause the video, come on back when you're done. Awesome job. Last thing I want to end with is the game of duck jump. Parents, if you have your tiger cub target at home, perfect. If you don't, go ahead and grab something soft that you can swing at your tiger cub. They're going to duck. If you swing high, they're going to duck. If you swing low, they've got to jump over the target. If your tiger cub is a ninja and they're super fast and they're super focused, you can go even faster. I'm going to have you start in sets of 3 is usually a good starting point, 3 swings. Go ahead and give them a little bit of a break. Take a deep breath. Here we go, 3 swings again. If your tiger cub is a super ninja and they're super awesome and focused, go ahead and do sets of 5. Make it a little bit harder. Add in some of those levels there. Good work today. Go ahead and pause the video. Come on back when you're finished with that duck jump game. All right, awesome job today, Tiger Cubs and families. I'm so excited that you guys did this workout today. Some people are at home and they're just not doing anything. You guys had the chance to not do anything at home, not add anything to your training, and just kind of be behind a week when we come back from San Antonio. You guys didn't choose to do that. Tiger Cubs, you chose to work hard today. Good job. I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much. You guys are definitely champions today. Good work.